Hey guys, it is Tristan with Nerdette's NewsStand, and today we are going to talk about part of the trans community, how they treat people, and oh boy, how they are just exactly like, well, let's put it this way, the German World War II soldiers, right? They are everything they claim to hate. They are truly, if you look up the word bigot, you're going to see the definition that is exactly what these people are. And they're mad they did not make these women get on their knees and beg for acceptance, basically. A group of woke, virtue signaling supremacists. Can we make that a thing now? You know how they try to say, oh, they're alt-right white supremacists. Can we call them virtue signaling supremacists? That's what we're going to do. So, who look for basically any and every single excuse to get offended. They are determined to get offended. They will literally go out of their way to find something to get mad about. They absolutely, and we're going to talk about it here in a second, hurl abuse at every single person that doesn't conform to a T to their ideology. And then they turn around and tell us to be tolerant and accepting. Well, that's exactly what most, if not every single one of us are. Except, oh boy. So we're going to talk about both Gina Carano and we are going to talk about J.K. Rowling. Both innocent in this era, both innocent in this entire thing we are talking about. But they're both in trouble again. We did talk about Gina Carano before, refusing to bend the knees and say, all cops are bad. And they attacked her. Her old absolute garbage abuse at her. And now they're back at it again. This is not a joke. This is why she is in the media for being supposedly a phobe, right? Because she refused to put pronouns in her bio. That's real. That is what these people in this community has become. That is unfucking believable that that's what they want. I cannot believe how sad these people are. Like, really, just truly sad individuals. And then when we talk about J.K. Rowling, it is because she did a new book, right? And it's about a kind of cross-dressing serial murderer, right? Cross-dressing male serial killers is nothing new in fiction or reality. Both. We've had Norman Bates, we've had Hayden Clark, we've had Buffalo Bill. Like, you can look them up. These things are normal. It's a pretty common trope. But because of the current year, people assume that it is about evil trans people. But it's a bit odd, right? Because she writes this book, and it's about violence and everything of a man who dresses as a woman to commit these crimes, right? And the Twitter idiots basically immediately draw parallels to themselves. This trans community draws the parallels to themselves. Why are you drawing those parallels? Do you have just a little bit of a guilty conscience? And it's funny because if you go on Twitter, which I don't suggest doing unless you normally use it. I only use it for research purposes. It's a garbage fest, right? But it's talking about J.K. Rowling's new book is being called transphobic by activists. Armchair activists. Activists that think posting something on Twitter is activism. They're not activists. And reviewers, right? But it's funny because these people that are calling this book a transphobic are the ones that are also calling Cuties a masterpiece. So, I mean, you be the judge here on just exactly which you think is true. But I want to look at some of the abuse, right? I want to look at just exactly what is going on and what we have seen from these people. These people are probably, let's say it this way. They are the saddest. They are the most mentally ill. They are making J.K. Rowling's book one of Amazon's bestsellers. Congratulations, you played yourself. You guys are idiots. And it's funny because we've seen this. I just, so many times when it comes to these transgender serial rapists, murdering people, raping people. So this shouldn't be an issue. If you're innocent, you have nothing to worry about. Don't let something like this bother you. Don't go out of your way to get offended. But that's exactly what you've done. We've seen it done. What was it? The cowboy? That was Tex, right? It's hard for me to remember without these things right in front of me. I'll look it up before I edit. But he basically dressed as a woman and killed a bunch of people. Like, I don't understand why they don't realize that this thing happens. Yet, they're mad because they're so sensitive. And then they go on. And what's disgusting about it is they're mad over literally nothing, right? But then they go on to throw the most absolutely disgusting, heinous tweets. And I know they're tweets. It's nothing, right? But what they say to these people, like, just let's talk about J.K. Rowling first, right? She can suck my trans dick. Oh my God. What the actual fuck is wrong with you? I know there was a lot of people that were upset that, J.K. Rowling said women were women. Yeah. You don't get to take away my rights because you're a trans activist. We can work together, but you don't get to take away my rights. And that's all she said. That's all she said. I mean, she said it in definitely not those words. But that is, in essence, all she said. And it's the truth. Yeah, biological gender exists. This is all based on science. If you can't accept it, you need to get counseling. You need to get help. I suck my non-existent gender, or transgender, non-binary, what? Are you kidding me with this? I thought you guys were the accepting ones, the one telling us to be nice. What is wrong with you? Like, there's some mental issues going on, and I don't know where the divide happened, because it wasn't when I was, well, I guess it would be when I was growing up. Was it? So is it, our parents that were unable to raise us correctly? No, I don't buy that. Something changed, and I can't figure out, I swear to God, it's like we had a weird Mandela effect, and half of the people went retard, because that's what it feels like at this point. These people don't need anything but counseling. Just really, really. Trans women are women. Fuck you. Okay. Nobody said they weren't women. We said they weren't biological women. Holy shit. I'm not a TERF. I know I'm gonna get that. I'm not a TERF. I'm not any sort of feminist. I'm not not even a little bit. I am the furthest thing from. Because there's no need for feminism nowadays, right? But this just goes on. And on. And on. Like, they threatened to rape her. They threatened to kill her. But she did nothing wrong. J.K. Rowling stands for just kill. Literally die. J.K. Rowling has died. Like, what is wrong with these people? At some point, I think, Twitter needs to do something about it. Twitter needs to get rid of, I mean, of course, there is a freedom of speech, and I'm not talking about saying whatever you want. I'm saying the death threats. The actual threats. Because, I know people may disagree with me here, but she's a person. Someone behind that computer screen reads what you say. Someone behind that computer screen reads hundreds, thousands of death threats a day, rape threats, rape with a knife threats. That's a person. Whether you like it or not, and whether or not she has enough fuck you money to go around, she is still a person. And these threats are so fucking ridiculous. So let's talk about Gina Carano just a little bit. I could go off on this issue with J.K. Rowling. I don't agree with J.K. Rowling at all on a lot of stuff. Wait, that's normal? I'm still allowed to like somebody's, art as far as her writing, oh, okay, so I'm normal. I don't have to agree with everything someone says. I don't have to. I'm not that kind of ideology, and neither should you. But that's what these woke leftists are. So, anyways, let's get to Gina. So basically, at this point, they kind of went through this whole thing like, you need to respect trans people. Of course she does. Nobody ever said she didn't. But they kept kind of going on at her. And they've done this for months. They haven't stopped. And they kept going on about putting pronouns in her bio, right? When I was on Twitter, I always just put my pronouns as that bitch. I love it too much. But she put bippity boppity boo. I fucking love Gina Carano. She's so funny. That is what made them mad, right? And now there's actually all these articles. And see, what I hate about it is all these articles reach a bigger audience than what maybe, Twitter would. Because I think it was, last I knew, it was like 10% of America uses Twitter. So these reach a bigger audience, right? So now they're saying that fans want her fired for mocking trans people. She didn't mock anyone at all. Not even a little bit. And these are the people that want her fired. These are the disgusting human beings that want her fired. If you, and I know Disney doesn't care about Gina Carano and just as much as they don't care about these fucking snowflakes, just as much as they don't care about anything but their money in China. So, if they fire her, which I don't really think that is going to happen, but if they do, it's all because they're afraid to lose money. But look at the people. They're calling her ugly and fat, and where is any of that? Gina Carano is hot. Like, beautiful. And she's badass, too. Like, you would think she would be everything that the feminists want, right? I don't know. I am so sick. I'm so glad this platform is, I don't have to go to it besides research, because these people, these woke morons, are just that. They have an ideology that tells you you must or you are evil. It's not good versus evil. Quit thinking about it that way. They will do anything and everything to ruin your life. They will do anything and everything to get a hold of you, your family, your job, your career, the rest of your life. They will do anything they can to ruin it. Yet, you have done nothing wrong. And you know what's fucked up about it? Is the more people put up with it, the worse it's gonna be, and then they're gonna come for you. And it's gonna be too late. So, anyways, let me know, of course, what you guys think about this. If you think these people are actually terrible and phobic. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye. Hey guys, I want to give a huge shout out to my Patreon and subscribe stars. You guys literally make this channel possible. Huge thank you to Cage the Mick, Robert Mick Twiz, Black Knight Fool, Brucey, Chris Z, David L, David Rafford, Jeffrey Allen Carnes, Mighty Balls, Mike Buckner, Maizen Barbosa, Ruskart, Ryan Decker, Robert Hoffman, and Doc Holliday. You guys are absolutely amazing, and thank you so much for all your support. Don't forget on the way out to like as always if you enjoy the content and hit subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.